How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. Beautiful weather in my neighborhood. I hope it is where you are. We've got our birthday boy in the house. Monday is the actual day, but since our show isn't on Monday, we're celebrating it today. I think he plans to go incognito next week and try to hide under a rock or something. But, we're going to celebrate it tonight, whether he likes it or not.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. How are you, Brenda?
Well, I'm recovering slowly but surely. I tell you, getting any strength back after going through an ordeal like that is tough. But, it's coming back a little bit at a time.
That's good.
Are you stripping down into your birthday suit? Is that why you turned off your camera?
I had to change the lighting. There. Isn't that better now?
It was fine before as far as I was concerned, but, you're the stickler for the little details.
Well, I had the overhead light on, and that's just not acceptable. And I want to apologize to the internet. Last week on Mind Equals Blown, I was not using my Heil PR40 microphone. I was instead using, and I'm ashamed to admit this, the internal microphone. I'm so upset with myself.
It sounded good to me.
Can you remove that from your catalog? Just set it to private. I don't want anyone to see me on my built-in microphone. That was horrible.
Nope. We do it. Do it live. Do it as it is.
One take. Do it live.
That's it. One take. That's it. It is what it is. Say hi to everybody that's out there in the chat. Let's see. We got Steve from Harmel Media or Harmeal Media or Hammerhead Media out there. We got David from Portal Woodworks. We got Frankie CNC Woodworking Channel is out there. Good to have you all out there. Hit that like button. Share this around because I'm going to do a giveaway after a while.
All right.
Everybody wants to be in here for my giveaways because you never know what I'm liable to give away.
I think my image is going to freeze, but I'll unfreeze it. So
yes, you froze up.
Pay no attention.
So that's what happens when you don't get in here early. He comes in here like 5 seconds before I hit the button.
Well, I was too red. I just can't be that red online.
Well, you had to put your makeup on. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't have any makeup on. I'm just saying my camera was set with color intensity too intense.
Too red. You had to dull it down. You had to put, some powder on there to dull down the red a little bit.
There we go. Am I less red now?
You see what I go through before shows normally? You see, everybody, you see what I have to put up with? Lord, you talk about
image quality is important. I care about these things.
He is so retentive.
Oh.
How much X-Lax do you have to go through a day?
Not enough.
I'm going to buy some stock.
I'm going to turn my camera off one more time, and then I'll be back.
Stream Elements just come on, so we got that going for us tonight. Lord, he's in, he's out. He don't know where he's at.
Well, I had to get the ceiling fan going.
Oh, yes. Get it all going.
Oh, I don't think it's on enough. Jeez.
He's Goldilocks. It's not enough air. It's too much air.
Well, if you want me to last if you want me to last the whole hour, it's got to be cool in here. So all these lights are burning.
Hey, well, if you'd come in there earlier and turned it all on the way it should have been.
I had lots of things I needed to get done today. I barely made it. I barely made it to the show, people, but I was on time for you because I love my audience. Works hard for 4MK3 is here, and Simply Wooden Creations just popped in. Hello, hello.
Great to have you both with us. Simply Wooden Creations, that's Russ Clarity. And if you're not familiar, you need to get over there and subscribe to his channel and watch his Saturday night shows because I'm on the panel about every Saturday night, and Matt's in there when he can make it. And works hard for MK3. If you like to shop, you'll like her channel.
I love to shop. She
shows all the deals, all the sales and stuff. So,
I love spending less money than I have to.
That's right. Everybody's down with that. So get over there and check her out. Frankie says he had to shut the camera off to turn the fan on because he has no bottoms on. Yeah. Yeah. We never wear any pants when we do these shows. None of us do.
Letting everything go
Do
free.
you see him denying it? Do you see him denying it? See, I told you.
Going commando.
I told him to wear his birthday suit because he was going to celebrate his birthday tonight. He's going to be 29 on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you believe that, I have some swampland in Florida to sell you.
You was what, 8 years old when the baby was born?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your baby.
My baby? My
baby.
baby's 20.
Okay, then that would have made you 9 years old. Okay. So he's 9 years old when the baby was born. He's an early bloomer, wasn't you?
My baby was born when I was 30.
Where was the first place you ever did it?
Back of the car. It was hard to find places back then because,
Because everybody was wise to it and was watching.
Well, yeah, it's like what you're supposed to do. It's like you're living in your parents' house. You can't bring them back there. And,
So that's a nice thing about living out in a place like the country because plenty of places.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Keg in a cornfield.
Exactly. Exactly.
I was in Iowa, and that's what they told me down there. They're like, we don't got places like that big city. We got a keg in a cornfield.
That's right.
I'm like, Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care.
That's right. Hay mows, cornfields, cemeteries. Nobody ever bothers you in a cemetery.
That's true.
Unless you go on Halloween and they're having a scavenger hunt. Now, that's not a good place to be. Don't ask me how I know that.
Ruh-roh. Hello.
Yep. Just saying. So you never know what we're going to talk about on here. Just, whatever pops into our heads, we just start talking about it.
Bring your friends in here for the giveaway. Brenda won't do it if we don't have enough people.
Yep, so. We need to have a bunch of people in here if I'm going to give stuff away because, I want to have people knowing that we're going to be doing this. I do this every week, or at least I have been. I got a big old box of stuff over here that I'm pulling out of, so you never know what happens to come out of the magic box.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Well, here on this show, if anybody's in here that doesn't know what we normally do, I think everybody pretty much does. Dave Hart come in. I'll say hey to Dave. Is that we do odd facts, little known facts. We like for them to be true facts. And if you give us a fact that blows our mind, hence the name Mind Equals Blown, we will give you free cowbell rings and free virtual tacos. They are not worth anything, but they're free.
I put a virtual taco in the chat just to entice the chat to put interesting facts in the chat.
Have you ever tried fajita chicken with some taco seasoning and put some bell peppers and onions in there with it and then put some spaghetti?
We just had that last night. We call it taco spaghetti.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a huge vat of it in the fridge because we couldn't eat it all.
Put a little grated cheese over the top of that, some cheddar.
It's amazing you just said that. Literally last night we made that for the first time. Mm-hmm. For the first time we made it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Great
minds think alike.
Crystal McGuire's here. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. How's everything in Crystal's world? Let's see. Dave Hart put a cow in there. What's that thing behind it?
It's a bell.
Oh, is that a bell? Okay. Yeah, it depends on which screen I'm looking at. I got two chats running up here.
It's one of the bells you put on the counter and go ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I don't know where mine's at. It's buried up here someplace or it fell off the desk. Lots of times things fall off the desk, but I got one of them dingy bells. I've also got
nice
the bicycle horn.
Very nice. Very nice.
But what everybody loves,
Mr. Doughboy 356.
The cowbell.
I was trying to tell you, Mr. Doughboy 356 just showed up, but you did the cowbell over top of me.
Hey, Mr. Doughboy. How's all them stents you got put in your heart? Are they holding up good?
Got to make sure everything's flowing properly.
He went in and got 3 stents put in his heart last week. He's an overachiever.
More power to you. Hope that's working for you.
Now, if the big cowbell was a little too much for you, we do have the little cowbell, courtesy of Mr. Doughboy. He made the little cowbell. And you see the little cow, look at the little cow.
Aw, cute little cow.
On the top of the bell. Now, the bell's made out of coins. That's the little cowbell.
There, now it's focused. Oh my goodness, your fingernails are on point. Look at that.
How about that?
You got them done up right.
I got the French manicure. Ooh. Fancy French manicured nails.
I bet you're beating the boys away with those things.
I try to stay hid from the boys.
Your French manicure keeps all the boys away from the yard.
If I want boys, all I have to do is make a milkshake and go sit on the porch. It brings all the boys to the yard.
Oh, I love it.
I need to bring some boys to the yard. I got a box of apples that I need to get rid of. I'm just haven't had time to do up, and I really don't have any place to put them if I get them done up, and I've got apples done up already, so I think somebody else can benefit from them, but I need to bring some boys to the yard to cart off some apples.
What's involved in doing up an apple?
Well, it depends on how you want to do them up. If you want to make pie filling out of them and can it, or if you want to make applesauce, or, just fry apples. And, some people do apple fritters and apple dumplings and all different kinds of ways that you can do them up.
Gotcha.
You put them in containers in the freezer, freeze them up. And then if you need a quick dessert, you got something done up fast. Or just, put them in canning jars. A good way to do them. Oh, looky there. It's whiskey time.
Oh my goodness. Portal Woodworks, $2 super chat. Thank you.
Oh Lord. I ain't had whiskey in so long I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I could use some whiskey. It's been a while. Long time.
That was back in the old days. I've sowed my wild oats and got over it. I don't know though. Maybe I should have been doing that when I was sick. That might have, eased some of the tension and all the itching that I was doing.
I'm convinced a mild amount of whiskey intake will prolong your life because it thins the blood, makes everything easier. If you just, Well,
the Bible says take a little wine for your stomach's sake.
Yeah.
Because it's good for you. I mean, apple cider vinegar, everybody says to take a little bit of that with a cup of water, about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and a cup of water every day to keep your innards working properly.
Wow.
And apple cider vinegar is just fermented apples. And what's the difference between fermented apples and fermented grapes, really? I mean,
yeah,
fermentation is fermentation.
Portal says my pneumonia medicine is whiskey.
I've been known back in the day, if I'd get sick with bronchitis or something and get down back in my smoking days, that I'd get down about every year with a good case of bronchitis and a good shot of whiskey at night. Help you get a little bit of sleep.
Yes, for sure. No, my grandmother drank brandy. She was a brandy drinker. Mm-hmm. And she wouldn't go crazy with it, but she had it, regularly. And oh my gosh, longevity. She lived very long. This is weird. The Haases have longevity in both my mother's and my father's family. Like, they live very long. Oh, that's a good thing.
Well, in my family on both sides, we had some die young and we had some live up to almost 90. So, it just depended on how they'd lived their lives, I guess, on on how they made it.
Yeah, the family members that took care of themselves, relatively speaking, all over 90. Yeah.
I think if I make it another year, I will have outlasted my mom and my dad both.
Wow.
My mother passed away at 41 and my dad was 64 when he passed away. So, yeah, I will have outlasted both of them.
Crazy.
But then I had grandparents, grandmothers on both sides that made it to almost 90 years old. And they say that things skip a generation. So maybe I'm going to take after the grandparents. I don't know. Apparently, not after mom and dad making it this far.
Portal says I'm living to 105 and getting shot by a jealous husband.
So Dave Hart says rock and rye, rock candy soaked in rye whiskey, best cure for a sore throat.
Oh. Yeah, rock candy. Why don't you hear about rock candy very much? That stuff's delicious.
Yeah, you used to make that all the time. I've got the recipe for it someplace. When I was a kid, Mom and I used to make it every Christmas.
AJ's here. Hi, AJ.
Hey, AJ, what's new? How's everything going? We're going to be doing a giveaway here in a little bit.
My father brought home from his office clear toys around Christmas. They were hard, clear candies, grape and cherry and stuff like that. We called them clear toys. And all it was is almost 100% sugar,
Yeah.
It was really bad for you.
Yeah. We made it with Cairo, as I remember. Cairo syrup.
I don't know what that is.
It's a corn syrup.
Oh, okay.
And used Cairo, and I think we also put some sugar in it, and then the flavoring and the coloring. And I don't remember putting much else in it. I think that was pretty much it. You had to heat it up on the stove, some water. You had to heat it up on the stove until it got to a certain stage, a certain temperature. And you poured it out on a buttered cookie sheet. And before it got all the way hard is when you had to start trying to cut it. Because if it got all the way hard, the only way you're going to break it up is if you just hit it with a hammer.
Kilroy79763 is here, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Hi, Al.
There he is. He's going to be sitting in for you next week.
Oh, boy.
He's going to be in the hot seat.
Well, I hope he wears his officer yellow shirt like Brenda and I. So.
See, I noticed you have yours a shade off so they can tell us apart.
I think so. Yeah. I just think it looks good with the colored backgrounds, and it's light. I think people who wear dark, it's hard to discern the shadows. I think light looks better.
I put on whatever's clean.
That'll work.
Sometimes, like I'll give everybody a secret here. A while ago, I recorded a couple Heifer Havens, and I used OBS. And when I sit down here and I turned on OBS, it did not like my yellow shirt at all. I was just a floating head.
Oh, did it chroma key it out? Jeez.
So I just took a shawl and wrapped it around, to cover up the shirt, and went ahead and did the Heifer Havens. Because I thought, if anybody's paying that much attention to what I'm wearing in a 1-minute video,
right,
then they need a new life. They need something else on their mind. So yeah.
Al's taking Starfleet donations for more uniform shirts.
Sometimes you just have to pick your battles,
I have my insignia here. So there's
Jim Dockrell's in the house, my brother from another mother.
Oh, I don't know if you can see that. See, there's my Star Trek.
Now, does that mean you've gone through the portal?
Well, I can beam up at any time, so don't make me mad.
AJ said he had his shirt on backwards and had to address 40 people in a meeting today.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
It's been a while back, but I wanted to run up before the fast food place closed. And because now they closed, they're not open all night anymore because of this quarantine thing going on. So before they closed, I wanted to run up there and get me something real quick because I hadn't had any dinner that night. I hadn't been feeling good. It's back when I was sick, and so I thought I'm just gonna throw some clothes on real quick enough to get me up there. I don't have to get out of the car, so nobody's gonna see me. I don't have to dress for the prom. So I got dressed real quick and I went up there and got the food. And when I got back, I realized that I had my shirt on inside out.
Oh no!
But I mean, I don't think anybody noticed. It was at night, and I was in the car and never had to get out. But I thought, good Lord, girl, you can't even dress yourself anymore.
I'm getting some birthday wishes. Thank you.
Yes, you are. It's going to be 29 on Monday, y'all. Scarlett QM's in the house. Good to have Scarlett with us this evening.
Hi, Scarlett. Good to see you. She's been on my videos making comments in the comment section. I appreciate that. That's good engagement. Thank you. Thumbs up to you.
And invite all your friends. We're going to be doing a giveaway here in just a few minutes. You know how I do this. I put up a few things and then we guess a number, and whoever guesses the number gets to pick out of the stuff I put up. So, just get your friends in here. More the merrier.
Yep. That's how it works. Well, my course has been going good. I built a course, everyone. Did you know that? Teach you how to be awesome on YouTube. That's the name of the course. Be awesome on YouTube. So it's free, 100% free. Go to allthingsyoutube.com.
Check it out. He's put a lot of work into that.
It's what I've been doing in the quarantine time off. Month and a half. Every waking moment I put into that.
Yeah, you at least did something productive. I was sick.
You got healthy. I'll take that as productive.
Well, I'm trying to anyway. It's a strong fight back to try to get my strength and everything back again, because that really kicked me. I was shocked at how bad that knocked me down. But what doesn't kill us only serves to make us stronger.
That's right. Jim mentioned he listed his house for sale this week. I did see your post on Facebook. The for sale sign. That's a nerve-wracking endeavor. I wish you luck, Jim.
So where are you going to go if you sell it?
Pennsylvania.
Are you going to move down here? Will they let him across the border? I'm not sure they'll let him across the border.
Oh, boy. Oh, Dave said he watched a few of my episodes and says, great job, Matt. Thank you, Dave Hart. Appreciate that. I'm glad it's helping you. And I was surprised some people have paid the optional premium for it, because I will eventually put premium content that will carry a small cost. Some people were so impressed with it, sight unseen. They're like, here, take my money now, and I'll get the premium content when it's ready. So I'm thrilled. Allthingsyoutube.com is where you go. Thank you. He's going north. He's going even more north. Jim, goodness.
He wants to be up there, Santa Claus.
Yeah, he goes any more north, he's going to be close.
Maybe he thinks he can work in Santa's toy shop up there.
Maybe they need wood toys.
He'd go up there and work in the toy shop and make stuff. His wife ain't keeping him busy enough with her honey-do list.
Maybe not.
Oh shoot! Well, let's see here. I probably have something on the list that I could give you. Well, try to find a good one here. In 21 states, Walmart is the single largest employer. And did you see in the news, Walmart is now starting to open up their stores with no cashiers.
Oh, really?
You have to ring up your own stuff with their self-checkout.
There's a term for that. It's called crowdsourcing, I think is what it's called, where the customer does the work instead of the employee.
Well, I've got a different word for it, but actually it's two words. The first one starts with a B and the second one starts with an S. But anytime, I tell you, I make it very unpleasant for them here at our Walmart if they try to force me to go through the self-checkout. Because the first thing I ask them is, where is my employee discount? And they look at me like I'm nuts. And I said, hey, if I'm having to do the work of the employees, I want the discount the employees get.
Oh, my goodness, Brenda. Oh.
And then I never know how to push no buttons on that thing ever. I don't know how to ring no produce up on this thing. Get somebody over here that knows how to work this thing.
Go blip, blip.
Now, if you got produce, you got to punch numbers in, and you got to know how to weigh it, or,
What you do is you memorize the number for the cheapest produce, and then you put the most expensive stuff through.
I make them get over there and work for it. I don't know how to do this. This ain't my job. I can set it up here for you, but you're going to have to push the numbers.
The only thing I get frustrated with is at Home Depot, if I'm on the self-checkout and I get spray paint, alarm bells go off. Like, yeah, we have to confirm you're an adult. I'm like, man. Or like a paint marker or something. They think it's going to be used for graffiti. They'll, they
or
won't.
you're going to sniff it.
It's like attendant needed. Attendant needed. Jeez, drives me nuts.
But see, that'd be fine with me. Yes, we need an attendant over here. That's why you have checkout lines in your stores, and so you have an attendant that knows what they're doing. I don't know how to run your equipment. It ain't my job. It's not my day to do it.
And one time I made the mistake where I got something prepaid that they put in the locker. This is Home Depot. So I take it out of the locker, put it in my basket, go shop for other stuff that I needed after I put my order in. And then I go to self-checkout and I repay for the items that I already paid for. And I even busted off the sticker because it was wrapped in like a yellow sticker with a barcode saying I've already paid for it. I'm not even thinking. I ripped that sucker off and I blipped them off there. Now, they were only little packs of screws, so it was only like $6 more, but I paid $12 for $6 worth of screws. I was just like, I'm not meant for this.
No, that's why you make them come up there and ring it up, because they're the ones that's supposed to know what they're doing with that. Now, I do have a problem with the pickup, when you order your groceries online and go pick up. Several problems so far. One of them is that they'll tell you that they don't have stuff in stock when they actually do have the stuff in stock.
Yeah.
Or you put some stuff in the basket and then you got other things to do in your house. You're not ready to check out yet. And then you come back to finish it and it deleted everything that's in the cart. Mm. And you have to start all over again.
So my son works at Best Buy, and someone came in and they wanted to buy something. And my son said, we're out of stock. And he looked on his phone and there was one in store. So he's like, all right. He walks away, orders it on his phone, and gets it for self-pickup. They had to find the item and give it to him. You got to work the system, folks. Yeah. You got to work the system.
And then I've had them load the stuff in the vehicle, come home, and half of it not there.
Oh, that's.
And I've been charged for it, and I've got to call them back up and say, "Hey, what the hell? Where's my stuff? Oh, you come back over here. Apparently, we must have missed it." Yeah, so. Like that's convenient. You got to drop everything you're doing and go back to the store and sit there and wait for them to find your stuff and bring it out and load it up. Well, they should have been doing that the first time you was there. And then when you place the order and it tells you online that they got it, and then you go to pick it up and they tell you, oh, we was out of this, that, and the other thing that you had, and we didn't even have anything to substitute it with.
Their inventory system sucks.
Yeah. Aggravating. AJ says, online I found if I ordered bananas instead of one bunch, I just got one. Yeah, on ours, they have it so that you can order like a bunch of bananas or you can order one single banana.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, if you are so hard up, you can't afford more than one banana.
Bananas are next to nothing. You get a whole group of bananas, what, about 12 of them, for $1.35 at Costco. And not a single banana is grown in the United States. It's all imported. How can they move goods and services like that at that low of a cost? I have no idea how that's even possible. Put it on planes and ships and trucking it everywhere, and it's $1.35 for a whole package of banana. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm not complaining, but I don't get it.
Dave Hart says at Walmart, I bought a utility knife right off the shelf, but when in a different department, I went to get an X-Acto knife and it was locked on the peg hook. I had to get a clerk to unlock it.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, there's no method to the madness. And Frankie says my neighbor ordered stereo stuff from Amazon. The guy unloaded it, took photo, loaded it back up, and left.
It sounds like a fraudulent delivery.
Yeah.
Sometimes the UPS truck will just scream by your house just to get the GPS close to it, and then they'll say they deliver.
Well, I told you what UPS pulled on me last week when they were supposed to pick that box up for a return, and he must have tiptoed up to the porch because the dogs didn't even hear him.
He just left the paper, the barcode, loose on the floor.
Yeah, that was it. Just threw it on the cement slab there at the porch. Eggs are dirt cheap too. I feel sorry for the local farm stands. They can't compete, says AJ. Yeah, we have farmers here just giving eggs away. They've told me, you need eggs? Call me. I'll drop them off.
Yeah.
Here's what I found on the web.
That's something I eat every day. I never go a day without eggs. I love eggs.
Frankie said that he got him on camera and the guy was fired and he got his order for half off. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's crooks in all walks of life.
Yeah.
Sadly, they don't have to be tattooed or nothing so that you know who they are.
Well, everyone's out to get you, it seems like.
Yeah.
A
fella that I know, I mean, I'm not going to call him a friend. I've known him for a long time, but he was posted on Facebook the other day and he said something about, isn't it a shame when you can't trust friends anymore? And I said to him, look, a friend is a friend until they're not your friend anymore. The problem is that you don't get to see the expiration date until it's passed.
Those are some wise words.
I know this from experience, it just seems to be the way it is. And then there's other people that they apparently don't have an expiration date because, they've been my friends all their lives, but sometimes there's an expiration date, but you don't get to see it.
Trust but verify.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's the saying. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Dave Hart says, Matt, our Amish stands have bananas. They must grow them here.
Oh, I didn't think that was possible.
I think a lot of times they go to the auctions.
They get them in bulk.
Yeah, they go to the food auctions and get stuff. Yeah, we had an awful upheaval here in town a few years ago because there was this one lady that showed up for all of our farmers markets that had the food. She had all the garden stuff. And they started their farmers market in April. Well, now, anybody with an ounce of common sense knows that you're not going to be getting stuff out of a garden in the Midwest in April. It's too cold. Gardens ain't even been planted yet. And somebody got up in arms about her selling this stuff because she was getting it at the auction. And they said, oh, that's not right. Because if you're selling at the farmer's market, it needs to be coming out of your garden. And made this lady mad. Now, here's the thing. Our little farmer's market here in town never has more than about 8 people. It's it's just a little tiny farmer's market. This isn't no big display.
8 vendors?
Yeah. and some of them are selling crafts and stuff. I mean, it's not like there's anybody there that really has much out of the garden until garden season comes in. Then you're going to have people come in, with a truckload of sweet corn and some tomatoes and, that kind of thing. So she was really the only one that showed up all the time that had produce food, and made her mad. And she says, look, if you don't want me bringing that stuff to your farmer's market, I won't bring it to your farmer's market. I'll go to the next town over where they have the big farmer's market where I can really sell some stuff and stop wasting my time with y'all. And that's exactly what she did.
I don't blame her. Produce is hard to sell year round when it's only a seasonal thing, says AJ. Yep. Frankie said he paid $800 for a pool. That's $200 any other time. What? Crazy.
Yeah, I think you can sell produce any time of year. The problem that I find is weather. You can't have a farmer's market year round because nobody's going to be setting up in the cold and the snow and all this. But I'll go to the store and buy lettuce in the wintertime and, make me a salad and, buy produce from the grocery store. So I don't think it's hard to sell it year round. It's just hard to find a place to set it up.
Is it profitable? I mean, the cost of this stuff is so low.
Well, they're buying in bulk.
I mean, we got 2 tomato plants. They were $7 each. These things aren't producing $7 worth of tomatoes.
Why not? One tomato plant should produce about, well, it depends on what variety it is, but a good one like a Better Boy or Big Boy tomato plant, they should produce about 90 pounds of tomatoes each.
90?
Yeah.
No, we got 4 tomatoes so far.
Well, so far, it's just the beginning of June. I mean, they don't really start producing until July, and then they don't really stop until September, maybe October, depending upon the weather.
90 pounds. Wow, yeah. That's a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah, good tomato plant's going to produce. Now, you have to have calcium in the ground or be rolling some lime to them or, something to keep them producing good, because then, nothing's going to do well if it's starving to death. It's got to have some good plant food. But yeah. So maybe you just need to add some fertilizer and stuff to it and get them juiced up there so that they go to producing well. Do you know what varieties you planted?
Well, we bought them as little plants. Tracy did. I don't know what brand they were.
They usually have a little stick thing in the pot with them that tells what varieties they are. I usually try to stick with Big Boys, Better Boys. If I'm going to do sauces, I want some Romas, and stick with the tried and true, the ones that's going to produce big tomatoes. I stay away from cherry tomatoes and all that because, heck, I don't use that many cherry tomatoes. If I need cherry tomatoes, it's easy to just go up to the store and get a little carton of them and, for no more than I'm going to.
Those are fun for salads. I like eating cherry tomatoes in salad.
Yeah. But
raspberries just coming on here finally. Raspberries, nice.
Yeah. Be careful you don't get the chiggers out there picking the berries, and stay away from the snakes. Snakes like the berries too.
Oh, my. Oh, the American Wanderers here. Hello. Early bird
tomatoes are coming along here, says Jim Dockrell. I've got my garden planted. My beans are coming on strong. The tomatoes are growing. Nothing else. Well, I'll take that back. I've got one pitiful little cucumber that came up out of the cucumber seeds that I planted. The rest of the stuff, I'm still waiting to see if it's going to do anything. Except for the potatoes. I've got a few potatoes coming up. So let's see.
Well, now that the American Wanderer is here, you want to start doing a giveaway?
Let's see. He says, I have a 4x8 foot wicking bed. Got lots of stuff growing. Good.
Good.
Yeah, my garden, I didn't really expect it to do very well because I was so sick when I was out there trying to plant it. It was like, oh my God, I just have to get this done and over with. If it grows, it grows. If it don't, well, hey, I may not be here to enjoy it anyway, the way I'm feeling. So I just got it in the ground and went on. So, I'm just happy anything comes up. But the beans, it looks like I'm probably going to have a bumper crop.
Good.
They're coming on strong. Well, let's see. If we're going to do a giveaway, it says, my screen says we got 10 watching. What's your screen saying?
10. Oh, we just had 11 now. We got 11.
Okay. So somebody's kind of bouncing up and down. All right. So invite people in here if you want, want to get some more in here for this giveaway. But I've got 4 items that I'm going to put up. Now, here's the thing. If you are out of the country, if you live outside the United States and you still want to participate, that's fine. But I'm asking for you to pay the shipping. So if you win, I just need your address. I'll find out what the shipping is. I'll let you know, and you can PayPal me the money for the shipping. Otherwise, if it's in the United States that you live, I'll send it to you on my tab. I've got 4 items to put up this evening. The first one I have is a hammock. Brand new, still in the bag.
Nice.
That's a big old hammock that you hang between a couple trees out in the yard, and you can lay out there and get you a nap. So I've got this brand new hammock. That's one item. The second item that I've got is one of these.
Ooh.
That is a bracelet. It's a green camo colored bracelet.
Paracord.
Made out of the paracord. And this is what they call the double Cobra style. So I've got that. I had this up last week, I think. This is the bike mount for your cell phone. Fits on the handlebars on your bike. And we talked last week, it probably work on your lawnmower, it probably work on your motorcycle, but your phone securely fastens to that mount. So I've got that brand new in a box, never been out. And then I've got a box I've decorated. This is paper.
Oh, right.
That is called quilling.
We did that in art class in high school. I remember doing that.
And I thought I'd put this up. I've got several other ones that I may be putting up later, but it's just a plain box on the inside. But make a pretty gift box or pretty little jewelry box, or, sit it on your bathroom sink to put little sundries and things in. But that's a box that I decorated with paper.
The American Wanderer is going to put the phone adapter on his 1988 Harley. Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
So that's what we got up for grabs this evening. However, I'll even throw this in there. If there's something that I didn't give away in one of the other giveaways that I've had, and you saw that and said, oh, I'd really like to have that, and you win tonight, and I didn't have it up here in this group, if there's something there that you want instead, tell me. I'm not difficult to get along with. In most instances. But we're going to start the giveaway. You pick a number between 1 and 10.
And you only guess once after we say go.
That's right. So that's how this works. Go.
Put a number between 1 and 10. Only use one entry per person. All right. Everyone's guessing 5. Oh, Al, you voted twice. You can't do that. Al, stop it. Dave Hart put Q. All right. I think we're going to have to go a second time.
Okay, we're going to have to do it a second time because nobody got the number. So take a look at the numbers that's up there on the screen. It ain't none of the numbers that's up there.
Go a second time. Go.
Go.
1 through 10. Only one entry. My
Crystal got it. Crystal got it. Number 1.
Numero uno, people.
We got a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Crystal.
So, Crystal, you tell me, first of all, which one of these prizes you want so that I can put your name on it. Do I need to go through them again?
Oh,
we had the
flower. She wants the quilling box.
Oh, okay. The quill box. All right.
Good choice. That was pretty.
All right. So we got that now. What I need you to do is go over to Facebook and messenger me your address so I can send it to you because I lost all my addresses a while back. And I will get that wrapped up and sent out to you. You'll probably get it in the mail to you tomorrow. Because I'm good like that. You know, when somebody wins something from me, I get it out to them right away. I don't waste any time.
Your package is going to ship this weekend.
But, you know, there's some people that'll tell you that you win something you just celebrate because, I won. And you never get it.
You asked Portal Woodworks. He wanted me to deliver a tool to someone out of state. And it took me 504 days to deliver it. So I have a 504-day delivery service if anyone wants to take advantage of it.
Lord have mercy.
No.
For that, for that, you get one of these.
Bless your heart.
Yep.
And I noticed I did give a thumbs up on my Awesome Wood Things channel for this show, but I did not give a thumbs up for All Things YouTube.
Bless your heart.
You got 2 of them tonight. You're on a
I know
roll,
that
birthday
second
boy.
one was deserving because I did do it on one of my other channels. Ah,
Oh my goodness. Birthday boy, birthday boy.
I know I'm getting senile in my old age.
Now, what kind of birthday cake you gonna have?
Chocolate with peanut butter icing.
Now, I've never heard of one made up that way.
Peanut butter icing on chocolate cake? Yeah, it's
No.
delicious.
Now,
Tastes
my
like-
favorite cake is one they call the knock you in the head cake. It's
What?
the one where you make the German chocolate cake and you poke holes in it, and then you pour sweetened condensed milk over top of it and let it soak into the cake. And then you put that coconut icing on top of it. And then over top of the coconut icing, you take a couple Heath bars and you pound the bejeebers out of them until they're shards, and you sprinkle that over the top of that coconut icing. And then you stripe it with some chocolate syrup.
Oh my God, that sounds decadent.
It is.
I'm coming over to your house on my birthday. I want some of that.
That's my favorite birthday cake right there.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Jim Docker says, geez, Matt, just buy a Reese's.
Yeah, Dave Hart, he's vouching for me. He says, I got my prize last week in just a few days.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to get on it. The issue with mine is the size. It's a very awkward size to ship because it's wide, a 12 by 12 inch wide thing. Boxes usually aren't that.
Well,
I think I got one.
I've sent stuff like that all the time, because I sell stuff like that over on Etsy. And so what I do is I bubble wrap it, and then I take just plain brown paper, just shipping paper, and wrap the bubble wrap, wrap that around the bubble wrap and seal it up real good, and then slap my labels on it, my return label, my address label, and I've never had any problem with it getting where it needs to go with any problems. And I can still, if I gave something like that away tonight, I could wrap it tonight. I could have it at the post office tomorrow, and it would be to them, by first part of next week. So I understand the retentiveness that you have. However, it is not rocket science to be able to ship a 12 by 12 piece of wood.
I'm taking off next week. Well, when I say taking off, only in the evenings because I'm still going to work my full-time job, but I'm going to have no evening plans next week. So I will get it in the mail in the next couple of days.
Lord have mercy. Something would take me 5 minutes. You have to take a day off work to do.
See, I bought a big box, and I think I'm going to reconfigure them. Like it's too deep. So I got a big square box, and I think I'm going to make it not as high. Anyway, I've got a plan.
Well, there's nothing on it that's going to break. It's just a painted piece of wood, right?
Well, it's in a frame. It's the frames.
Yeah.
So the frame could come apart, and
well, if you put it together right, it won't.
Well, I don't think it will, but you never know how brutal they treat these things in transit.
Are you trying to say you do shoddy work? I mean, is that what you're?
No, but you slam anything hard enough, it's gonna come apart. I mean, it's not made out of tempered steel. It's made out of wood.
I never seen anybody that can take a molehill and turn it into a mountain any quicker than you. You get the prize. If they gave out trophies, you would get the biggest one.
I told you I have a 504-day delivery service. Just ask Portal Woodworks. That's my guarantee. It will be there in 504 days or longer.
Lord have mercy.
More glue. Yeah.
Oh, he's something else. I tell you what. Well, now you say you're not taking off during the days, though. You're going to be working during the days.
I'm going to be working full time next week, but not in the evening. So I'm not doing my Monday show. I'm not doing my Wednesday show. I do a show about video production on Facebook on the Sha La 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 Facebook page, and I'm not going to do the Thursday show. Mind Equals Blown.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have every evening in the week free.
For wrapping up a 12 by 12 piece of wood to get it in the mail.
No, I'm just saying it's going to free things up because I'm very, very busy. And then plus I'm having a procedure done in the middle of the week. So
oh, really?
Yeah, I am.
Got to get them leveled up or
going in for a polish.
one a little lower than the other, and maybe need a little adjustment on the headlights.
Yep, something like that. So I'm sure you will come up with something brutal to tell the audience while I'm gone. Don't believe her. Don't believe anything she says. It's all lies.
I was about to come in here late tonight, and I thought, well, Lord, if he's going to be late, I'm just going to tell people whatever I want to tell them.
I gave you a heads up 11 minutes till the top of the hour. I said, look, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there just before we go live. And I was there. And look at me. How many of these have we done? And I've been almost every single one of them. And when I can't, I give you early heads up. I think I've only missed 4. This will be my 4th absence in 2 years almost.
You were late, and then you almost didn't get your pants on.
Well, now who says I'm wearing pants? First of all, let's start there.
Oh my goodness!
No, see, Kilroy said we will come up with something, Brenda.
Yep.
Just know it's all lies. I'm fine. I will be fine. It's not going to be what she claims it is. It's not going to be what Al claims it is.
Yeah, he told me this last week, and he says, yeah, it's not something that I'm just going to, put out there. And I said, oh, this is one of them things where you don't want me to tell people what you really haven't done. Is that it? Are we doing this again?
Oh, I went down the wrong path with that conversation.
He's young, and it takes him, a little while to catch up to where I'm at, but he eventually gets there.
Gosh, my cheeks hurt from laughing. There's too much laughing.
Laughter is the best medicine. It'll cure what ails you.
Hey, I tell you what, I love doing this show. This show is a lot of fun for me. I dig it. I love the audience. I love carrying on.
We got good people here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I like shows where the people that are participating in the chat care about each other, and they care about each other's shows, and they care about what's going on with each other. There's a lot of conversations that go on Messenger. There's a lot of conversations go on over on Facebook. I don't participate a whole lot with Twitter, but I can get involved once in a while. I don't do a whole lot with Instagram because I'm not real big on, snapping pictures with the phone and all that. I'll probably get with that program someday, but I like the conversations with people, where we're talking about, how to improve our channels, or, how to do things maybe a little bit differently, or new things that come out, because there's always new stuff coming out all the time. And things that we're interested in, because just because I don't do it on this channel doesn't mean I'm not interested in it. I mean, I'm interested in the silver and gold market. I'm interested in prepping. I'm interested in gardening. I'm interested in a lot of different things, anything to do with farming and livestock. If you follow me at all on Facebook, I love pretty birds. I'm always putting up pictures of pretty birds. I also love humor. And I have a very warped sense of humor. So what I might find funny, somebody else is like, what is wrong with her? But Matt seems to get a kick out of some of the humor that I put up there.
Oh, you've been doing those puns lately, and in protest, I was putting like really strange gifs as a comment. I'm doing that as a protest because some of them are so bad. They're so just like, it's the most awkward gif I could do. It's not stopping her. If anything, it's fueling her fire.
That's right. I sit here and laugh and laugh and laugh. I like my favorite one of the day of today's was I took a poll and found out 100% of the people in the tent didn't like it when the tent fell.
Took a poll, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I put up several of them a day.
But
yeah.
I know what you're saying. I have a lot of interest too, way beyond what I put out. Even though I have 17 YouTube channels, I have a lot more interest. The how to treat your lawn. I'm doing that. I have camera gear and audio gear. I'm into that space. I'm into baseball, big baseball fan, and sci-fi. I'm into a lot of world news. I follow technology news. I follow Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, the whole. Yeah, I have varied interests.
Yeah, I follow stimulus stuff. I follow shopping stuff.
Piano channels. There's some killer piano channels out there.
Fishing. Anything to do with the outdoors. I like. I watch a lot of the RV and camping channels and cooking channels. And I mean, I watch it all. I'm interested in a lot of things, and I have had people criticize me for that, say, "Oh no, you need to just stay in your own niche." And I'm like, "Well, how boring is that?"
No, I've got varied interests. I really do.
But yeah, I think we have a nice group of people here in our chat that really make the show. I mean, if it wasn't for them, it would just be me and you up here, and shoot, we could do this in private and
anything creative. When people are creative, it doesn't matter what the medium is. If they have an idea and they materialize that idea somehow, I love it. I just love it. Yeah. It could be anything. It could be 3D printing. It could be CNC machining. It could be woodworking. It could be metalworking. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Al says that's why I'm jack of all trades and master of none.
Yeah. Well, on YouTube, if I could focus on one thing, I could really blow up, I'm sure. But I just too many things. I can't keep it all up.
Well, yeah, I know you have this thing about, you should have a different channel for each different thing that you're doing, but that's just too much for me to keep track of. And I'm like, look, I am what I am. I'm interested in different things, and I'm going to put it up there on my channel. If somebody chooses not to watch something in particular that I put up there, if they don't like that, well, hang on, because in a few days I'll put up something else that maybe you will like, and I try to keep everything grouped into playlists. So, if they're interested in crafts, whether it's the engraving, I'll have that on a playlist, or whether it's painting, I might have all that on a playlist, the different stuff that I do. The Heifer Havens are all on one playlist. Shoot, if you got a day off from work and you bored out of your mind, just play Heifer Havens all day. And there's about, 250 of them or something now.
And out of those 250, 0 will follow the path you think it's going to take. She always ends up saying something that you had no idea where she was going to go.
You never know where the free advice is going to go.
Never know.
I got a good one coming out tonight. You ain't going to want to miss this one.
Oh, boy. Dear Heifer Haven.
This one might outdo any of the ones that I've done before.
Put that as a featured video on the front of your channel.
Because somebody asked me what I thought in my infinite wisdom of age, that what I thought was the sexiest name and what was not a sexy name. And I told him.
Well, now, see, I have a guess as to what the sexy name might be. Should I say it?
Go ahead.
It's the actor with the mustache. What's that? Not him?
No.
What's his name?
Oh, you're talking about Sam Elliott?
Yes. I would think that would be a name that you would.
No, he just looks sexy. Sam is not.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
No.
All right. Well, I guess I'll wait till Heifer Haven.
I mean, the sexy name might not really blow people away as much as the unsexy name, but it probably will blow all my other Heifer Havens right off the planet.
I always have a little something for that's why I'm still single. That was an amazing series. Each one of those was gold. It was YouTube gold. I'm telling you. You should just like make up stuff that probably would have happened and just sell it. Just get on camera and just.
Well, now think about this. For all of them that I put up there that I could actually post on YouTube.
Oh boy. Okay.
Just imagine how many there are that I can't even post on YouTube. Because I'm not exactly led a sheltered life. I'm not little Susie Wallflower, okay?
Clarence, Fred, Billy Bob, Cletus. Those
Nope.
were Jim's guesses. Jim Dockrell's.
Nope.
John Bolton. Kilroy.
Nope. You will never get it. Not in a million years.
All right.
And I hope that when you're listening to that just before I tell you what the most unsexy name is, that y'all can just take a big gulp of something, that you got a mouthful.
I can only imagine.
And don't swallow before I spit that out there on the screen. And oh my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, we've been on here for an hour. I think we probably need to cut them loose. And Crystal, thank you very much for sending that address over there on Facebook. If you're not friends of mine over on Facebook and you want to be, just hit me up. Send me a friend request. I'll let you in there so you can see the goofy stuff that I post. A
free birthday present to me would be to go on allthingsyoutube.com and sign up for a free account for my training course. 30 videos on how to be awesome. Free for you to do, but I would appreciate it. allthingsyoutube.com.
There you go.
Hit the free preview button and make an account, and I would very much appreciate that.
All righty. Well, I know it's a few days off, but, this is probably the closest that I'm getting to see you to your birthday. So I'm wishing you a happy birthday and hope that you have a wonderful day. Don't concentrate on the age. It's not about the age. It's about the journey.
Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that.
So there you go. And everybody out there in the chat has wished you a happy birthday. And,
thank you, chat room. I love you all. I do. I love everyone out there on the internet. I'm a people person. I love this. You're awesome. Thank you for being awesome, everyone. I appreciate it.
Should we give you a little happy birthday, baby?
I'll tell you what. Let me tell you this story, because we had this gorgeous, I don't want to say gorgeous, she's classically beautiful young woman that used to sell 50-50 tickets at the ballpark. We would always buy tickets because she was so nice. And she was just so beautiful. And she was an entertainer. She went to college to be a singer. And she's starting to make it. And, we're all the friend group. And sometimes she comes back to Pennsylvania. She's in another state. And she does concerts. Little, she'll go to a restaurant and book the restaurant. And she'll perform there. And we'll go there. And we'll take. Anyway, she sang happy birthday to a friend of mine. And it was all sexy. It was like, happy birthday to you. And then it was like, I hope you get some. I hope you get some. Like that was all throughout it. And then at the end, she goes, I hope you get cake tonight. Oh, come on. I remember that. That was fun. Yeah, that was interesting.
Now, Happy Birthday, Baby, that was a big song back in the early 60s, I believe. And I think it was the Weavers, I believe, was the name of the group that sang it, if memory serves me correctly. But yeah, Happy birthday, baby.
I dig it. Well, thank you, Al. I'll put the URL in the chat room for my course. Thank you.
Yep, and anybody that doesn't know should know by now, but we're running a thing over here. If you go in the description of this video, you'll see that there is a link that you can click to take you to the sign up sheet. You put the name of your channel and you put the URL to your channel there. That will automatically put it over on the spreadsheet. And then you can go to the spreadsheet and check out everybody's channels. That kind of gets us around this thing that YouTube's done where we can't click on the 3 dots and go to anybody's channels anymore.
I
But
put
if you
them in
want
the chat room. So
see what other people are doing on here, that's the way to do it. And you can go give them your support and make friends and all that way. So that's all up there in the chat now where you can check that out. And I'll be putting up a heifer probably later this evening or early in the morning. So you can get some free advice about names. With that being said, we'll let you go and we will see you all on the interwebs. Night, everybody.
good night. Thank you.